Mr. Glitter's Tattoos for showing up here and putting some smiles on the kids' faces and doing the tattoos. Now this is an interesting one. This is the only one we have here tonight, but this is a dandy little unit.
This is what we call a micro mini. This is out of Vermilion, Alberta. This is Jim Mead's tractor. It's got a Polaris 780 snowmobile motor on it. So snowmobiles don't go backwards. That's why we have to push it back to the sled. Gives the rope a pull, fires that snowmobile engine back up.
Last night he went for a heck of a ride. He used pretty much all of the track last night.
I think this is the daughter driving. It's sponsored by RPS Incorporated, Richard Performance Solutions out of Morinville. It's a neat piece. Like I say, we call this a micro mini. This is a starter class for the kids.
It's a handful.
It's still got the snowmobile clutch in it, so it's just a little different to get out of. Give her a big round of applause. Automatic transmission, Dana 60, 18.4, 16.1 CPAC tires. Dead Boy doing the driving, part of the Void Pulling team, right here in Odessa. Another one of these guys, I think Joe got started in the sport.
Yeah, he seems to hook a lot of people, no pun intended. But yes, he has definitely been an asset to our Saskatchewan pulling league, that's for sure. Had a pretty good run last night. Like I said, the air is way better tonight.
But now you have to adjust for this air over last night's air too. So. And how you adjust, there's a what you call a barrel valve up beside them 3 circles, which is the fuel injector, or the air hat. And you don't meter the fuel that goes to the motor, you meter the fuel that goes back to the fuel tank. So you kind of do everything just a little backwards. If you want to add fuel to the motor, you close it off, and if you want to add fuel, take away fuel from the motor, you open it up. And that's fat and lean. Motor runs a little fat, you got a little too much fuel in it. You run a little lean, you got quite enough fuel in it. You run a little lean, you probably got pistons out of it. Run really lean, you got all the parts laying on the ground.
Yes, you do. You have a lot of parts laying on the ground.
Usually fat is good, way better than lean.
But just kind of like me, fat isn't efficient though.
No.
Fat ain't quick.
No, that's the next problem. They live a whole lot longer, but get her cleaned up there. This is Ted Boyd, alcohol abuse. Odessa, Saskatchewan.
Something's not right there, so they're gonna tug him back and give him another hit. What's the rule on that?
You don't go 75 feet, you can go back and start again. You don't go, and he's also the test hook. So if he doesn't like it, he can drop it and come back in either 10th place, last place. The sled operator can deny the run and make him come back anyway, in either 10th place or last place. So that's his choice. Big alcohol motor. Sometimes they a little too much fuel and you.
Well, that didn't pan out all that great.
We're having a problem somewhere with the sled.
Sled, yeah, the sled didn't. Sled has to roll a little bit to allow him. There is some pulling places where they do dead pulls, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm doing this since 1986, and I've never been to a dead pull. I've been to a heavy horse pull a couple different times, but that's basically the same thing. But
yeah, I've never been to a dead pull either one, but I've watched it on TV. It's basically just a big old pile of weight, and whoever pulls it that section the fastest. So
yeah.
You got to get it rolling, and it's not that long of a distance.
And you just keep going. You never pull the sled back.
Yeah, that's right. Just keep going.
You stop. The next guy gets in. He pulls it his 10 feet, or however far he can pull it.
So while they're doing a little bit of work there, don't forget about your 50-50 for tonight. Guaranteed $1,500.
Right down in front of us right here at the moment.
Absolutely. Sponsored by Precision Ag tonight. And also the first ticket out of the drum gets to go for a ride in our semi tonight in the tractor pull.
Got our Polaris Ranger down here. You've got the cooler on the back.
Want to thank our platinum sponsors once again. Wheaton Chev Corvette here with those beautiful pickup trucks. We haven't needed their services yet other than hauling our pullers in for the national anthems. But they have 4 beautiful pickup trucks here that they brought out, and along with their other sponsorship, we appreciate them 100%. And Young Equipment, you see all around our facility here, you'll see Young's Equipment working away. Out back here we have the beautiful Young's Equipment Kubota trailer and truck out back. They also do the Kubota line. And big thanks to Firefly Rentals. They're supplying us with the power here tonight. So the generators all the way around us and the light towers. So once it gets down a little bit later on, we'll have the light towers fired up. And cannot forget about our good friends at Inglot Auto Trim and Signs. Doing a lot of our advertising signs around here. So lots of the wraps on the trailers and stuff like that. So if you need any advertising or stickers on your truck, they're the ones to call. Thanks to Clement Printers for doing up our programs. And remember, if you don't have a program, you got to get one, because we're giving away prizes with the number on your program tonight too. And I don't know if they have any more left, but if you want to go check out the front booth there. And once again to Holford Services for all that they do here for us. They are the ones that own the sleds and keep maintaining them. Right now they're just changing some weight in the big boy sled so that we can get our bigger tractors up.
Okay, we're adding weight to the pan tonight. Last night we didn't put any weight on the pan, so we're going to put a little weight on the pan, and hopefully that gets them out of the hole quicker, a little more hitch weight.
And we might see some wheel standers tonight.
Yeah, we're adding a fair bit of weight to the pan. That's what they're up to. We got Ted White fired back up on that alcohol abuse tractor. Hopefully we got that sled figured out this time. You notice the red flashing lights flashing up there on the left side of the cab. They'll turn green on the right side. Gentleman standing there with the 2 flags. Then we'll give him a green flag. And we'll get a green flag off the other end.
That was a very good run considering the first quarter was that bad.
Yeah, once it lit up, it runs. Don't know why it wouldn't want to clean up.
It was just sticky, that's all.
Especially with an automatic transmission. Usually it's not given a torque converter to let you do stuff. They always like the automatic just for that reason.
Young's Equipment tractors working away on the track. And it's a big old horsepower track tonight. Take this opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors that help make this event a thing. Here at Thunder in the Prairies, ladies and gentlemen, Odessa, Saskatchewan, all of the money raised here from this event goes right back into the community of Odessa. The thousands of hours that are put in by volunteers and everything, all of it goes right back into the community. So we have to thank all of them. Double Bar B Farms, Enbridge Pipelines Inc., Farm Boy Realty Corp., Forever Wild Farms, and Fuchs Farm Supply, Kevin Fuchs. All right, out in the pits there, we've got Monty gets his tractor coming in. Piloted tonight by Justice Guests, and this is the tractor they call Badass. It's a 1923 T-Bucket with a 360 Dodge with a 471 blower and a good old Predator carburetor up on the top there. Ford 9-inch rear end. Get him back. Good looking tractor, car / puller.
He was on a good pass last night and he just got out of bounds.
Yeah, he got a little wild there. Talking to the drivers after, they said it was a little soft between the 150 and 200 here on this side, and it was anything with good horsepower it was pulling this way, but it looks like they got that figured out. Justice Gets Badass. That was a very good pull.
Nice pass for that little 360 Dodge.
267.19.
Pretty sure Monty was saying this afternoon these 360s are going to go this winter and the 5.7 Hemis are going in them.
Yes, he's the only one here running those 5.7 Hemis. There's Hemis out there, but not 5.7.
Well, it sounds like they're both the tractors are going to get 5.7s this winter and going to run.
Well, they're readily available.
They're cheap.
And cheap. You can pick up 4 or 5 of them at SGI, they're no problem.
But that was a nice pass. That's probably one of the nicer passes I've seen that tractor make. Got down the track, went nice and straight tonight compared to last night.
Oh, here comes a nasty.
Sounds like Ratified out of Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Another Larry Heldorf tractor, LP Motorsports. Brad Ludoff doing the driving tonight. Tractor they call Ratified. 557 cubic inch big block Chevy. Figures about 1,000 horsepower. It's got an SCS transmission with a Power Glide clutch. package deal a couple years ago. Bought the Ratified tractor and the Prairie Rack home 2-wheel drive up out of northern Alberta. Figured you should keep them as a set.
This one's a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen, so if you want some good pictures of a Mini, this is a good one to take some pictures.
Spun the tires off the rims a couple years ago. How good a hook and track we get here in Odessa when you can spin the tires out of the rims.
That was a heck of a pull.
Nice run, 282, 4-1. And that smoke we call death smoke.
Death smoke. Oh, and they're calling for the Wheaton Chev Big 10. Oh, they're not using the Big 10 tonight. Got to keep the miles off them, so they got this beautiful black one.
Well, a little bit of smoke out of one pipe is never good.
They quit. So that Wheaton Chev there, Z71. Red spots on the rims, and now either there's a dog running around here that ate a lot of beets, or that's the way the rims come.
It's that Z01 Corvette inspired stripe. Remember the Z01 had that red stripe over the fender? You want my guess?
Sure, could be.
You want my guess? That's that same stripe that Z01, the Z06 Corvettes had over the fender, and that's all they had is that little red stripe up over the fender.
Yeah,
the Z06
little
Corvette.
red stripes. Yeah.
I'm guessing we're paying homage to that some way, shape, or form. Well, that's just my guess. That's just a foolish farmer from Saskatchewan's idea. Looks like Tanner Voigt coming out. Tractor they call a Punisher. They bought it. This was an LT Motorsports tractor a couple years ago. They bought it. Been running right around last year and this year. It's got a 351 Cleveland Ford, C6 automatic, Dana differential. And this is a good running Ford. I don't have a lot of good things to say about Ford some days, but this is a good one. Always impresses me when it gets out and runs. But it's got a lot of good parts in this 351 Cleveland. And I'm pretty sure when they call it a 351 Cleveland, that may be a small fib.
Naturally aspirated, that's a heck of a pull.
When motor revs real loud, tires quit turning, sometimes transmission troubles, sometimes, yeah, just slipping the converter. Sometimes not a good sign when your tires quit turning and the motor's still revving. Didn't break, so I guess this converter slipping.
Made her back into the pit.
Sounds like we got another one of them Larry Hildreth tractors running. This is the Humboldt Broncos tribute tractor.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we're bringing in that Humboldt strong one from LT Motorsports. Make sure you get some photos of this, ladies and gentlemen. Larry's way of paying tribute to the Humboldt Broncos and their families.
Getting to be quite a monument on that corner up there on the 335 and 35 up north of Tisdale.
It is.
And it's quite a tourist attraction. I drive that corner probably 5 times a day, every day, and there's always people sitting there taking pictures, and you can always tell they're taking a moment of silence.
Like I said, you got to take some good out of this tragedy. It brought our country so much closer together. So piloting this tonight is Brian Lowe. We call him Puffer, but he's been in almost every motorsport, but this is absolutely the first time he's ever been in a tractor pull tractor. He's normally a snowmobile drag racer, and he has been in demo circuits for years and years, a mud racer, and 2 years ago he had a horrific crash at SIR drag racing. He went through the timing beams upside down in a 1946 Chevy pickup truck. And he was still doing 97 miles an hour.
I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to go through the timing lights upside down, are they?
They're not supposed to go. So yeah, the line lock stuck when he landed it after wheel standing. Went for that. But this guy can drive. Larry's hired him to drive this tractor, so let's see how he does. Humboldt strong, ladies and gentlemen. Good job. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that smoke cleaned up, came out of both pipes. Must have maybe got a little too much oil and sucked a little oil around when he let off. This tractor originally came out of Calgary. It was Terry Graham's. Terry was a excellent welder mechanic who built this is the 5th tractor he built. Last one for himself. This was the final edition tractor. Oh, you like Terry. He was a real good gentleman to sit around and talk with. Lost him a few years ago too. It's like another one of them Getz tractors coming out. This should be the Fistful of Dollars tractor. Could be Carl Getz, 408 cubic inch Dodge, 904 automatic, 8 3/4 Chrysler rear end. Got some big C-Fec pulling tires. Carl's out of Vibank, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, there's quite a few people here that have teams. Like there's hardly any just single unit. The Getzes all have.
He's got a couple. Yeah, well, it helps pay the bills going down the road.
That's true. When you could pull 4 or 5 of them down the road.
Also helps you got another driver in the semi to go down the road with you. Yeah, this was also getting a 5.7 over the winter. Said they were replacing both these wedge-headed motors over the winter, I guess.
This one's got a little 360 in it, or is
it? 408.
408.
They're finally figuring out how to run that 5.7 with a carburetor on it, and they're having real good luck, so it's another one that's going to get swapped out this winter.
Nothing wrong with that pull.
No, 236.37 for Carl Getz out of Vibank. Fistful of Dollars. Sponsored by Aspen Fuels and Wholesale Transmission out of Melville.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank some more of our many, many sponsors that we have here for our Thunder on the Prairies here in Odessa. Green X International Limited, Hub International Limited, IGA Emerald Park, Intra Grain Technologies Inc., Jason Yetbro Till Rentals, JJS Professional Tools Inc., JWS Holdings Limited, and Crest Livestock.
You ready for our next tractor? Should be the Handful of Hell tractor out of Drayton Valley, Alberta. 468 cubic inch big block Chevy. Got the 18.4, 16.1 American Farmer tires. John drove it last night. I think this is Trevor on it tonight. Okay, 6-shooter coming up instead. They're having trouble getting the Handful tractor on it.
So this is an interesting unit here. You're not going to hear anything that sounds like this one.
Or runs like this. This is pretty cool. It's out Vermilion, Alberta. This is Jim Mead doing the driving. It's a 300 cubic inch 6-cylinder Ford. If you listen real close, you can hear the starter. It's got an electric reverse because this has the snowmobile clutches in it also. It's got a clutch on the front of the motor and a clutch on the back of the motor. Run through a common shaft and then back to the rear end.
You just wonder how all this technology works, but last night he had one heck of a pull.
Yeah, it works well. I guess it's the cost of a lost duty clutch, but I guess it's basically a snowmobile clutch. You can kind of see the belt where the clutch running over to the side, this side.
Six-shooter, ladies and gentlemen.
240 feet, 7.5 for Trevor. No, Jim Mead. This right here.
Wild sounding unit. Once again, we've got a long list of sponsors, and don't forget we're giving out prizes for your program number. If you've got a program. Oh, and our 50-50 guy's back. He's a good-looking fella, too, isn't he? Hey? So, guaranteed $1,500 tonight, Precision Ag. Thanks to them for sponsoring that tonight, and we got lots more sponsors. So, Legacy Plumbing and Heating, Lithium Electric, Loris Disposal, MK Industries Limited, and Marcusson New Holland.
Looks like we got Carly Pistolka out of Arlington, South Dakota. She's a long ways from home. I haven't got a clue where Arlington, South Dakota is. It's not here? Yes, this is South Dakota. Her and her dad are up here. Last night I'm sitting here and I announced Louis Pistolka. Boy, I know that name, but I cannot think of why I remember that name. These guys used to come out of Wyoming, pulled out of Wyoming for years. Come up to Medicine, had a whole bunch of lots way back when. 572 cubic inch big block Chevy. It's got profiler heads. Homemade aluminum style reg frame. And it's a good running piece. Like I said, it's the second time we saw it, and it runs nice. It's a big motor.
Yeah, it had a very good run last night when other people were having trouble with the air. They had the tune up right.
Louie's been doing this for, like, she's been pulling 6 years, but Louie's been doing this a long, long time. This is a 3-year project for Louie to build this tractor from scratch.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Carly Pistolka.
And it looks like they had the tune up right tonight.
Out of Arlington, South Dakota, young lady. She's in, where does she do? Oh, she's in universities.
Yeah, she's a grad student.
Junior at the South Dakota State University.
That was one heck of a pull.
Good enough for first place at the moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for her. First place so far. Heck of a run.
All the way out of South Dakota. We used to pull with her dad lots way back in the old days. Ran with the Cornett brothers out of Powell, Wyoming.
Well, there's a lineup at the Spiral Spuds again. Maybe the lineup never even stopped.
Maybe they just keep rotating the lineup.
It's such good food, they're there all the time. And the P&K Farms pub is rocking, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, all the people in the beer gardens. How's it going down there? Oh, you're a quiet bunch.
Also got the tattoo lady. She's selling tickets on a lamp down there for $2, I think she told me. Kind of a cool lamp. My daughter's got one of them hanging in her room.
You missed your booking. It was at 7:30.
Oh, I guess next year.
And I see out behind us, the band is getting ready. Third Degree Burns and Grady getting the band ready for our cabaret tonight.
Got A-bomb hooked to the sled now. Matt Reschel out of Odessa bought this tractor 3 years ago. Small block Chevy, tube frame, turbo for 350, Dana 50 rear end, 3115 tires. And every time I come here, this tractor bothers me because I know this tractor from the old days, but for the life of me, I don't know where it come from.
He's going for a ride. Gonna use all the track. Why not? Good job.
Matt Wetchell out of Odessa, the A-bomb.
You're allowed to use all of the track, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, there's no sense leaving half of it out there. If you make big tracks all the way around, someone's got to follow them.
And this is about the only one that actually looks like a lawnmower.
Well, that's where the sport started. At one time, it had to look like, it had to have sheet metal, it had to have bodywork. Like the original mini class, at one time, it was part of the rules. You had to run bodywork.
So that one has been around for a while, so it's still staying with the tradition.
Yeah, it's been around a long while. I'm guessing that's probably a real early mini.
It's a good strong run from one of our locals here. And I was going to ask you, Gabby, what's with the orange cone that they keep moving around down there?
It's where you spot the sled. You can put the sled wherever you want it, so once you decide where you're going to put it.
So every driver can put the sled in a different spot?
Yeah, you can start wherever you want. You think one side's better than the other. Like you said, there's a hole on this side between 150 and 200, and you want to stay away from that. You start on the other side.
There you go. I learned something today. First thing I learned today.
Jordan Murr coming out from Odessa, Saskatchewan here.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the tractor that Jordan has built in memory of his friend. No? Oh, this is Jordan.
Must have got a blower on it. It's not Buck Fever.
Oh, it isn't. We're on the wrong page.
We're on the wrong page.
There we go.
Firewater.
Firewater, that's right.
Wayne Shell out of Swan River, Manitoba. Small block Chevy with a 471 supercharger on it. Tractor was built back in the early 80s, retired in the 87, resurrected again in 2018, sponsored by Galloway Trucking out of Swan River, Boda Construction, Prince Albert, Valley Bearing, Swan River, and Galbraith Electric in Swan River.
That's our first real hiccup of the night. Give it a round of applause.
Big round of applause.
So we're getting our Wheaton Chev Corvette. Beautiful black beauty there.
Give Firewater, he's got his helmet off.
Get him a tug out of there so we can get the Young's Equipment tractors to clean up the track. Take this opportunity to thank some more of our many sponsors. We got Nick Service, Odessa Co-op Association Limited, Plains-View Credit Union, the Odessa branch, and our 50/50 sponsor tonight is Precision Ag, Pro Canada West Energy, the RM of Francis, Ramada in Emerald Park, Redhead Equipment, Regina Fasteners and Tools Limited, and of course we have to thank our good friends at Richardson Pioneer Limited. Thank you very much for all your sponsorship and your help out here.
Spend a lot of my days in Redhead Equipment. Drive a Redhead Mac, got Redhead Equipment loaders all sitting in the yard. Loaders and excavators. Just bought an SDHG loader. Never heard of one before. Japanese Volvo, they call it. Pretty nice piece, been working well for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Here's the buck.
This is Jordan in Buck Fever, the tractor that he's built in memory of his best friend Adam Harold in that Pat Canadian red and blue. And he put on one heck of a show last night, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you he is not going to disappoint once again here tonight. So as soon as he gets hooked, he's running a little small block 350 Chevy up against some of these guys with blowers, but he put on a pretty good show last night, ladies and gentlemen. He's hooked. The green light's on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get behind him. Buck Fever right now is gonna blow it through the track. Oh, something gave up there. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan in that beautiful Buck Fever.
Tractor sponsored by Broken Arrow, Acres, Seeds, Papa Nana Lecture, JV Industries Incorporated, Power Sports Regina, Dusty Who's Bison Ranch, Tripperwana Electric, Jason Deck Bison, FC Klein Enterprises, Diamond M Acres, Voss Industries, Lang Heavy Duty Repair, Prairie Animal Health Weber. You know, this is this young man's writing.
He's very good.
Yeah, for 15 years old, he writes a whole lot better.
And he builds a heck of a tractor. Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. Once again, we got a long list of sponsors here. Gonna run through a few more of them. We got Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers, Saskatchewan Indian Gaming Authority, Saving Grace Hair Studio, Schatz's Photography, Carly Schatz. I've seen her driving around taking some pictures, and Sites' Networking Limited.
Looks like we got another Getz tractor coming out here. This is the Junkyard Dog from McLean, Saskatchewan. This will be Monty Getz driving this one. This one's got the 5.7 Hemi in it already. Automatic transmission, 8 3/4 rear end. They pulled minis back in the early 80s, retired them, started back again in 2012. Getz family is really involved in the sport again. Carbureted 5.7 Hemi. $246.92 for the Junkyard Dog out of McLean, Saskatchewan.
Don't forget to get your 50/50 tickets. Guaranteed $1,500 here tonight. Precision Ag. Uh-oh. I hear something out back there.
Looks like should be the Lil Odessa Special.
This is a legend driving this tractor.
Legend is legend. Like you say, he's been doing this since 1977, I think.
And a smile on his face the entire time he's doing it.
Neil Hoffer driving Joe Hoffer's Lil Odessa Special, 496 cubic inch big block injected Chevrolet. SCS transmission, got a Crowder clutch. CPAC tires, part of the Hoffer pulling team. And we're going to the exhibition in Saskatoon to watch tractor pulling back about that late 70s, early 80s. Hoffer boys there with their two big tractors.
Yeah, and we're going to see one of those tractors a little bit later on tonight.
Ken Boschman used to be there. The old ground pounder. Midnight, that was the other one. The Lil Odessa Special from right here in Odessa. Neil Hoffer doing the drive and out of Sedley, Saskatchewan. Get him hooked to that sled, get that safety kill switch hooked up.
An awesome pull.
265.95, 22 miles an hour.
As Neil heads off, they're going to list off a few more of our sponsors. Sherwin-Williams Paints, Small Motor Service, and Aspen Fuels. South Country Equipment in Moose Jaw, Superstore, Quad Town Farm, Todd Moore, Van Hoots, and Buybank Meat Market, and the Village of Odessa, and the Village of Buybank.
Looks like Twisted Sister coming off Trish Mead out of Vermilion, Alberta. I think she was on that first Micro Mini too.
And she was our winner from last night in the Pulse.
Yes, she was. Got a big block Chevrolet, injected on alcohol, turbo 400, 9-inch forward. The big CPAC pulling tires. Looking to get out there to a 291 for the unknown tractor out of South Dakota.
Yeah, so if you're listening to Darren, that's the amount to beat is 291 right now. This was your winner from last night in the Twisted Sister tractor. And if you get a chance after you go out the pits, you got to check this one out. This is a good looking tractor. Gonna happen tonight, but still a good pull. Definitely a long ways off of what you pulled last night, but
So it works some nights.
it does.
Henhouse to the outhouse, real quick hurry.
Few more of our many sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Volt Farms, Voss Industries Limited, and Workin Welding. Thank you very much for your sponsorship.
Tractor out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta one more time. Another part of that Minook pulling team. This is Temporary Insanity. 510 cubic inch big block Chevy. This one's got Pontiac heads on it. Actually, no, it's got Oldsmobile heads on it. All kind of the same thing, but they're different valve orientation compared to the big block Chevy. Blanco ditch witch transmit or ditch witch differential Firestone pulling tires. Got a new paint job over the winter. Used to be all yellow, now they got it painted up to orange. Another chassis that's been around quite a while. Originally built down in Medicine Hat. Andy Bowden, and I give Andy a hand building this tractor, and then Andy sold it to Lyle Baldwin out of Cavery, Saskatchewan. Lyle lost it off his trailer one night, and Wayne bought the wreck. Rebuilt it, been running it ever since. Robbie Cleveland doing the driving tonight. You go over to the pits afterwards, you look at the murals on the fenders, that's one of the pictures on the mural. On this side,
Wow, he got at that one, ladies and gentlemen.
276.03. He's been having fuel trouble. I think that's why he got on it so hard coming out of the hole, because he wanted the motor to come up. But he did a good job. Came up, come alive, that one did.
And it worked for him for sure. That's the thing, a lot of these drivers, some of them kind of finesse it coming out of the hole and get the sled moving and then pour the coal to her. But that tractor and Neil Holford too, they just hit her and away they go.
There's always places, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You just don't know till you try it. Watched a bunch of other guys try it. Should be peer pressure coming up here next. This is Marvin Kress driving tonight. 351 Ford modified motor. It's got a 6.5 turbocharger on it. Dana 60 Firestone tires.
Yeah, this one makes some interesting noises too.
That's a little different. Marvin, Darren, and Calvin Kress own this tractor. Sponsored by Van L Equipment out of Bristone, Manitoba, Indian Head Chrysler, CK Custom Sandblasting and Painting, Kress Livestock, and MK Industries. Tractor always impresses for what it is. I mean, it's not a big cubic inch. There's not a big high dollar motor in this thing. It's just a turbocharged 351M. Another chassis that has been around a long time. It's an old Ken Benny chassis. Ken Benny, major drag racer at one time in his life. Still builds really good parts for pulling. Builds a really good cylinder head for a Hemi. Peer pressure tractor from right here in Odessa.
That's a very good tug.
227.03 for the peer pressure. I guess that's it. We didn't get the Luchuk tractor running. There he's going across the back lane there, folks. Give him a big round of applause out of Alberta. Didn't get her running. Unique thing about that one, it's got what they call a flying toilet carburetor.
Flying toilet carburetor?
That's what, it's Ron's Flying Toilets. Basically, it's just a big one-barrel butterfly and fuel injection type thing, but it's pretty cool. Real simple, real basic to run.
So you're a winner tonight. for our minis is who?
Unknown out of South Dakota. Young lady out of South Dakota runs first. Ratified is going to be in second. Third place is going to Temporary Insanity. Fourth is going to Badass. Oh my goodness, that's a heck of a pass for him tonight. Fifth to the Lil Odessa Special. Top 5, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your mini class. Big round of applause. Now we're still